Hey everybody, Jason Hodge here for Perspectives on Healthy Living. And today I'm coming to you with a question that I was given or was asked in one of my PMs on Facebook. And it was in relation to a cold recipe that my family and my kids take and all of that. That pretty much knocks things out of our system within around 24 hours. Now, I can say that I had an opportunity this past 24 hours to actually implement some of these things that I'm about to tell you right now. Because I just recently went to another event. I travel about 4 to 5 times a year, sometimes more. And this particular event was one that me and several other friends, family, business partners, and whatnot go to. And this was an amazing event. Well, there was a lot of screaming done there. And I do have to admit that I did eat a good amount of junk while I was there. I know. You're saying, Jason, not you. You've succumbed to the temptation of the junk. Well, let me explain this. Let me explain it to you real quick. This was not just any kind of junk food. A good friend brought up several bags of Garrett's popcorn to the event. Now, I was not personally brought one, so you don't have to think that I'm like cheating and saying, okay, bring these to me. What was brought, though, was for folks around me. Now, she did apologize that she did not bring me a bag, but she said that she thought that I did not eat those things. Now, normally I don't. But this particular time, I had heard so many good things about this popcorn, Garrett's up in Chicago, that I had to at least try one of the bags. Not the whole bag, but a handful, right? Well, anyway, long story short, I had a good amount of it, and I probably, between all of the bags that I sampled, I probably had myself a good bag of it, right? Well, what that did was that left me kind of vulnerable, because when you eat sugar, it knocks your immune system out for quite a few hours. So I happened to be hanging with some friends at the hotel who, if not the majority of them, if not all of them, the majority of them had a cough or bronchitis or some kind of thing going on. And so I thought, okay, well, this is probably not a good idea. So I did happen to have on hand some oregano oil, oregano and I think it was rosemary, and might have been lemongrass. Yeah, lemongrass. Okay, so oregano and lemongrass were the main ones. And so I, took those in tea and all of that, just kind of keep myself, up for the event. I also shared that with my roomies at the time, right? And it helped them out quite a bit. Well, anyway, long story short, too late for that, right? I'm already 3 minutes into this. When I was heading back to my home state, I stopped off in Minneapolis. Now, getting off of the plane, going through the terminal to get to the actual wing, I'm telling you, it went from a very comfortable 72 to 75 degrees to an immediate drop of around, well, the first time it was like negative 10 degrees, right? And, so the second go round, and the first time was not bad. The second time, however, I was not able to take my carry-on onto the plane. They said it was too large, which didn't make sense to me because I brought it on the plane with me coming down to Miami. So they had me check it. Well, unfortunately, my jackets were inside of the suitcase. So I did catch a bit of a chill. Now, all I have to say is that yesterday, my nose was running like a faucet. So I was dosing myself up for the whole day on silver, ionic silver, and gargling with things like the oregano oil and lemongrass and lemon oil. So I did that throughout the day. Maybe every hour or two I was doing something, drinking some silver or something like that, just to kind of knock this thing out of my system real fast, right? Well, thankfully, I am on the other side of that right now. So my voice sounds a little froggy still, but I actually feel pretty good. So all of that to say, I'm about to give you the recipe of what it is that I did. Now, I don't have any particular measurements, and really the measurements that I would say for myself are probably not going to be measurements that you yourself would use. You're going to have to kind of feel your way through that to see what your tolerable levels are. I'm a bit aggressive when it comes to attacking cold and disease that attack my body, so I hit it with everything that I have at the time. So I was doing a drop of the oregano oil on my tongue along with the lemongrass oil, and I'd breathe it in to get it down into my lungs, because at one point I felt that it was trying to actually get into my lungs. And I said, okay, well, you know what? I can't afford for this stuff to get into my lungs and end up with bronchitis or whatever. I think I ran into about, I don't know, maybe 10 or so people who had bronchitis, right? And so I didn't want that to take place, didn't want to bring that also home to my family. So I started dosing up on the oregano oil. I was drinking the silver, about a mouthful every 2 or 3 hours, and gargling with it. And then I made sure that I got to sleep last night, and I slept very well to let my body heal. Well, I'm pretty much back to normal now. And I tell you what, after I did all of that, I noticed that I passed a lot of toxins. You know, when I went to the restroom, a lot of toxins came out. So it just goes to show that the oils and the silver and all that help to rid the body of the toxins. Helps the body to fight it, move it out of the system, and then, you know, pretty much you're back to normal, at least for me. So we're still maintaining the 24-hour turnaround time. Anytime that anybody gets sick or looks like they're getting sick in the house, we do an aggressive attack on the sickness. And within about 24 hours, they're out. Okay, so a quick recipe here. I usually have a combination of ginger, turmeric, and sometimes galangal. Definitely the peppers, habanero, jalapeno, red pepper, you know, cayenne and all that I mash together. I add lemon and honey and mix that up. And then I put it in a, like a container inside the fridge. Sometimes I also grind up fresh cloves. Well, not fresh cloves, dried cloves. Garlic. I put garlic in there as well. And mash all of that together. If I have olive leaf extract on hand, you know, the powdered kind, I mix that in with that as well. And then we take it, you know, about a teaspoon to a tablespoonful every hour or two. I put that in my kids' mouth. They squawk about it because it is a little hot, but I tell you, it works like a charm. We do not keep sickness in our house when things come up, so long as we have the items on hand. Every now and then, once in a blue moon, we run out of stuff. Like we had run out of stuff yesterday, so I did some alternative things, alternative to the alternative, but it worked out. So anyway, okay, so again, I'll tell you the two things. The oregano, the lemongrass, and the lemon oil, 1 drop on the tongue and breathing in would get it all the way down into the lungs, get it into the bloodstream, and really help your body to boost its immune system and also to kill off virus and bacteria. The thing I like about oregano is that I was doing a study years ago and it talked about how the oregano oil actually damaged the viruses that are, you know, invading your system, and keeps them from replicating. So, you know, that to me was an attractive reason to always have oregano oil on hand. The lemon oil is also a great immune booster. It also helps to build healthy cells, helps the cells to replicate a lot quicker. And also is a good toxin dissolver. It's really good for that. And the lemongrass oil, very good. I think you guys might have remembered when I was talking about how I gave it to one of my nephews who was having an asthmatic attack. Put the drop on his tongue, had him breathe in like that, stop that attack immediately. So there you have it. Okay, and then as far as the mixture with the ginger, the honey, it is ginger, and I use kind of like equal parts. Ginger, turmeric, and the ginger, keep in mind, do not skin the ginger. Scrub the skin, but leave the skin intact as much as possible and pulverize all of it. Because the active ingredient in ginger, which is the oleoresin, resides right underneath the skin. So most of its valuable healing properties lie right underneath the skin. And if you skin it, if you peel it, then you peel away the majority of the good that the ginger does for you. Aside from you get the nice flavor still without the peel, but keep the peel on. That's about it. The ginger, the turmeric, the garlic, the peppers, habanero, jalapeno, the dried chilies like the cayenne pepper and all that, the ground cloves, and the olive leaf extract, the powder. Mix that all up together, keep it in the fridge, and then take it a teaspoon to a tablespoon every hour or two to really kind of bolster your immune system and to kill off bacteria, fungus, virus, stuff like that, to move it out of your system. I hope that was helpful. Very long-winded. The video went in over 12 minutes. Sorry about that. But hopefully you got some really good information from it, and that you could take this, apply it to your household, always have it on hand, and that way you can, keep yourself healthy in a natural way. All right, Carlton, hope this information was, that it worked for you. Have a great one. By the way, if you are looking for a community that has really great information, the majority of the time, great interaction, then you want to join our group, our community at Perspectives on Healthy Living. And that is on Facebook. It's one of the Facebook groups. It's Perspectives, facebook.com or fb.com/groups/Perspectives on Healthy Living. Again, that's fb.com/groups/Perspectives on Healthy Living. Join the group, invite your friends, invite your family, your loved ones, your colleagues, invite the world. We are geared and focused on our mission is to change the lives and the health of those who are involved in the community and their worlds. So that would make you. So join the community, participate, ask questions. We love questions. And we love sourcing answers, even the ones that we don't have the answer to. We love to just provide you with as much value as possible while you're in there. All right, have a great one. I'll see you in there.